The following podcast is intended for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Nobody's listening, no. Nobody's listening, no. Nobody wants to hear them speak. Nobody's listening, no. Nobody's listening. Nobody wants to hear them speak. Nobody wants to hear them speak. Nobody wants to hear them speak.
Oh, the levels are looking good. Look at them levels. Look at them. Anyway, welcome. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for downloading the Not Listening podcast here on. No, not here. It's not here on anything, is it? Here on your podcasting app. Device. Could be iTunes. Could be Stitcher. Could be Spreaker. Could just be a media player on your computer. I don't know. I don't know. It's out there, isn't it? You listen to it somehow.
Could be. Yeah.
Anyway, Not Listening podcast. I am Adam.
I am Ash.
Will's not here again. He's making a habit now of just deciding not to turn up to eat. Do you think he's got the hump with us? Do you think like we?
I think he probably has.
I think we had too much of a long break. He's now purposely just bailing every week or so, like every other week or whenever he.
I think he's just decided that he's going to pick and choose.
He's been really picky now, isn't he? He's like, you know what?
Yeah, we don't finalise the topic until we actually turn up. But I think he's anticipated having seen the list.
He's like, are you going to talk? Are you talking about this week? Yeah, no, I'm not interested. Which is fair enough.
Yeah.
So Will's not here. Will's excuse for not turning up today was that he would rather go and watch Peppa Pig marathon on TV.
Yeah.
He said he's got about 4 seasons he needs to catch up on.
Yeah, he's got well into it.
He got one. He was like,
His kids have grown out of it, but he's well into it.
he was like, he goes, trust me, Ed. He goes, this is what he said to me. He goes, Ed. He goes, season 1, Peppa Pig. Yep, it's all right. It's kiddified. Once you get to season 2, there's a good storyline, and it really hits off after episode 4.
I think it's gone into PG now.
Yeah,
with
there's
the
subtle
6
hints and stuff. He goes, George loses his teddy bear, his dinosaur. He goes, and it just goes good then. You just don't know where that dinosaur is. He goes, it's like a mystery. He goes, I binge watched like 4 seasons. He goes, I've got another 7 to go.
Granddad or something run over it in his tractor.
Exactly, so it's crazy. So he's at home binge watching Peppa Pig. So we're here to entertain the masses of tens of people.
I love how much you know about Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig.
My little boy watches it, so yeah, I kind of have to know it. I have to know the enemy. That's what it is, isn't it? You have to get to know stuff to understand it. Be like, right, what's the weakness?
Yeah.
Right.
Has he got a pet dinosaur thing?
Well, George does, the little brother.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, Miles actually has. It's we're recording in my living room today. In there somewhere, it's a little pet dinosaur.
He's just pointed to a massive green thing that's
It's got
ominous in the corner. That looks like it actually looks like the thing off Ghostbusters.
Slimer. It's got all teddy bears in it. We went to before we even tell everyone what we're talking about today. Even though if you've read the synopsis or the title, you know it.
It'll be on the download.
It's on the download. I've been recently going, like when we go out to family or whatever, go out for meals with the family, me, the missus, and Miles, and then go around with like me dad and my mum and all that stuff, stepdad. When we all go out to places, we go to these restaurants. There's this thing. A lot of restaurants now have arcade claw machines. You know where the teddy bears are?
Oh yeah.
They have them everywhere now. They're everywhere. We went to one, and I think we went out for a couple over the course of like 2 weeks. We went out to
This
these
is a
different
Michelin
places.
star restaurant, yeah.
It's not this Gordon Ramsay place, yeah. But
He
we
doesn't
went
have a
there,
Michelin star.
and we went there, and no shit, but one place we went to, I win every time I go on there. They must not have turned that thing on to say has to have like a certain amount of money before you win. Must have won every time I go on there. I win. It's like every day I go there, I can go on there and I can win like 4 teddy bears. It's crazy.
Where is it? I want some more teddy bears.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you where it
It's your
is.
secret.
But it's great. It's crazy. I've won so many. It's almost like now my boy expects me to win something every time I go on there.
That's
I'm
bad.
like, that's not good. One time, got there, and I wasn't supposed to win, but the claw actually got caught on the teddy bear, like on the tag, and he got caught on the claw, picked it up, moved it over to the hole, dropped it, didn't drop it because it was stuck. I was like, oh, it's stuck. So then I had to then sort of like tap to let it drop again. I had to do it twice. Lucky I had 4 goes. And then it finally like dropped it. It fell out. And I was like, that was stuck on it. I wasn't supposed to win that. I wasn't supposed to. I cheated. Arcade life hacks. There you go. So today, Not Listening Podcast, me and Ash, we are going to be talking. We're going to go back to our childhood here.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go back to our childhood, but we're also talking about something that I still watch now, which I'm not even ashamed to admit.
I only watched it for a very short period in my childhood.
We're going to be talking about the WWE stroke WWF, what it used to be known as. And I'm talking about the World Wildlife.
Do you remember why it changed names?
Why did the wrestling company, it's the World Wrestling Entertainment Company, it used to be called the World Wrestling Federation.
Yeah.
Why did it change names from WWF to WWE?
Because from what I heard, they got a bit on their high horse and they tried to actually sue the World Wildlife Federation for the name, saying that they were bigger and they want WWF as their own trademark. And what happened was it went to court in the US. And, of course, the WWF, as the World Wildlife Fund, actually were incorporated and as a charity way before the Wrestling Federation came along. So, of course, the government, the rules and the laws actually ruled in favour of the World Wildlife Fund, which meant that WWF, as the Wrestling Federation, had to actually change their name immediately straight afterwards.
So the pandas were like, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. We can beat up any of your poncy little arseholes that
fuck
just
you,
prance around the
Undertaker.
stage.
Fuck you, Undertaker. Fuck off.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Hacksaw Jim what?
Well, I think that's kind of true what happened. I don't think it was on that basis. I think it kind of worked around the basis of that when the WWF and WWF were both around, they made an agreement that the wrestling company would give percentages to the WWF Wildlife for ages,
For being
just
able to use the
for
name.
using the similar name. But then I think it got to a point, like you said, the WWF got a lot bigger, and they started resenting the fact they had to keep giving money to this wildlife fund. So I think they just, like I said, had a little battle, kind of mentioned
Lost.
like, well, we want it, and they turned around and said, well, you can't have it. They're a registered trademark charity. And they just went, well, we'd turn it around then. We're an entertainment company, so we'll change it. And they just changed it. So, I don't think
What does it stand for now?
World
Wrestling
Wrestling Entertainment.
Oh, entertainment.
Because,
It's all fake.
never call for professional sports wrestling fake. It's not fake.
They're gymnasts.
It's scripted.
They are.
It's a show.
I'm not saying they're not gymnasts. They're not athletes.
Stunt people.
They are stuntmen and women. Mm-hmm. But yeah, stunt people, and they actually do. It is very, very tough what they do.
Oh yeah, they're
But
athletic.
they're
and all
not actually in there, and they don't actually hit each other. They don't actually strain each other. They're not tapping out properly because they're not in proper pins. They are very, very careful. It is all choreographed, and it is absolutely wonderful entertainment.
That's exactly what it is.
But it's not like the old stuff with
Not the Greek wrestling, where they're
Not
like,
the Greek wrestling,
where they're
or
sticking
not
their
Big
penises
Daddy.
in each other and that. Like,
the English.
Leapfrogging and stuff. The old Greek wrestling.
Yeah, no, go away from that. But the English one with Big
Caligula
Daddy,
wrestling.
I'm trying to get away from that. When Big Daddy was there, wrestling was wrestling.
Well, back 70s and the 70s.
Yeah. And
They
they
were
were
still-
absolutely lamping each other.
But it was still scripted, though.
It was scripted of who won.
It's still-
but
it's-
it was how it
it's-
went about. But they were hitting each other. They did actually have knockouts, and it was actually there were medical staff on hand because they did get broken bones, and they did actually.
Well, that still
properly
happens
destroy
now.
each other. That's by accident, though.
Well, that's true, yeah.
This
a
was
lot.
with intent. They would actually dislocate someone's shoulder when they put them in a straight arm pin and all that kind of stuff.
Because
in the
they
old days.
just had no, like, rules or regulations.
Yeah.
They were like, you're going to win this, but the guy's like, well, if I'm going to lose this, I'm going to break your arm doing it.
It was the original Ultimate Fighting, but with some rules. More rules than just no eye gouging and no kneeing in the nuts,
Yeah.
which is all the Ultimate Fighting stuff has. But it was proper wrestling where if they did fling themselves off the rope and clothesline someone, they properly clothesline someone
Yeah.
and could actually break their neck, and it
Well,
did actually happen.
Do you
People
say it
died
now?
in
Like, there's I watch it now, the WWE now. I still watch it. I mean, they split the brands up ages ago, a while back, and it's now like Raw and SmackDown. They're two different brands, so they're like it's the same company,
the same company,
but two different shows now. So they've got a roster, and you got a load of wrestlers that wrestle on Raw on a Monday night, and a load of wrestlers that wrestle on SmackDown on a Tuesday night. So you got like two competing.
and they don't fight each other.
They do every now and again. They kind of will do a crossover, but they are kind of separate. And they've all got their own titles and everything. But watching it, I sometimes watch wrestling purely for all the trash talk, the mic work.
That is absolutely hilarious.
I love all the build-up stuff, the promo stuff. I end up sometimes I can sit there because their shows it's weekly. Raw's like 3 hours long, right? So I'll record it.
Really?
Yeah, and I'll sometimes just fast forward the actual wrestling part of it. Like if there's a wrestling match, I'm like, I'll just fast forward this bit, and I just want to watch the ending, and then I just want to watch the next person trash talk someone and cut a promo, and then I get immersed in the whole scripted element entertainment show.
It's good guys and bad guys, and
they call them they're baby faces and heels. That's what they call them. So if you're baby face, you're the good guy that's always supposed to win or overcome and become champion. The heels are the bad guys that are there to beat down the baby faces. But
the good guys are in the ring, and you've got a bad guy in the ring, and the bad guy is beginning to lose. So another bad guy comes in from the sidelines, jumps in the ring, smacks him over the head with a chair, and then rolls off a win because he's scared.
Maybe.
And then the bad guy wins, but they've cheated, but they still get the win.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's all scripted. You can call half of the matches before, like, if you're clever enough, like, you can sit there and go, like, right, this is how it's going to work. Over the next month period, these two are going to have a little fight. He's going to beat him this week. And next week he's going to lose. The next week he's going to get disqualified. Then the week after he's going to win the title. And then he's going to lose it. And then he's going to win it back. And stuff like that. You know, it's all scripted.
I've watched some programs that are actually explaining some of it and the way that it works and all of this kind of stuff. And it is absolutely fascinating. They are so good from the entertainment perspective.
Yeah.
They've got that bit scripted of exactly what you've said of who's going to win and all this kind of stuff. How it actually turns out on the night is actually decided by the referee.
Right.
Because while they're actually fighting, he's paying attention to the crowd while also the wrestlers are paying attention to the crowd. If the crowd starts siding with someone, then the ref actually calls the next play and says, right, you're going down, you've got to do a great move and do this, and then you recover. And then they talk it. And when the crowd starts getting bored or they change their tone, the ref then, they never know how long the match is going to end because it all depends on the crowd. Yeah. And then the ref goes, right, okay, finish it now.
See, I think
finishes how the script was, but it's finish it now.
I don't think that works in the WWE because I think that because they are so time constrained on, they have to literally make a show. Like I said, they have to make a 3-hour show every Monday night, and then they have to make the big pay-per-views, so they have to script
it. Sorry, just to stop you there,
how dare you interrupt me?
I think what they're actually doing is they will actually cut it short. They'll have it scripted of what they want, but they will actually cut it short if they feel that the crowd is actually turning against the way they want it to turn out. They'll go, right, we'll end it, and we'll just have them trash-talking each other for an extra 5 minutes rather than a fight for an extra 5 minutes.
Oh, the WWE don't ever do that because there's so many times that a person wins in a match that the crowd fucking hate. And you're just like, are you not listening to this crowd? And it's as if like WWE, like Vince McMahon and all that who run it, and they're just like, we don't care. I like this person. I want him to win the title. I don't give a fuck if like 50,000 people are screaming, you fucking suck. And they're like, I don't give a shit. They're paying my money. They're giving me money.
But then they come back because they want someone to beat him.
Exactly. So
that's why
they're clever. It's clever. I love it.
They will get a bad guy to win it just so that then everyone goes, right, okay, well, yeah, okay. It's not just about who we want.
I listen to some wrestling podcasts. There's one called Doing the Job, which I know the guys. They used to be on the Podgods Network. We used to have. Remember we used to do Podgods Network? Remember that?
Yeah.
What happened to that?
What
happened to that? I stopped
the other ones.
I stopped updating the website. That's what happened.
They all died.
Yeah, I think there's not many left
that are still doing it.
No, if you do the originals, I think there's loads that have come and gone, and they're still around about. But a lot of podcasts just stop, like we did.
the two Aussies, was it the two Aussies that then ended up getting divorced?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that sort of ended their podcast.
They had a
didn't it?
podcast called Our Married Life. They did
Yeah.
about 3 episodes and got divorced. Oh, fuck. Was that us? Did we did like, what happened?
That wasn't our fault.
I didn't do nothing. But yeah,
Garage Cast was good. Though.
Garage Cast.
They got well involved.
They were good
we
guys.
we did lots of Skype talk with them
Yeah.
on and off air.
And 7 Days of Geek, last podcast of
they were good as well.
BUI and all that. Man, these days we've been podcasting too long. I'm not reminiscing.
Oh bloody hell! Yeah.
But yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, the
Talk about
podcast.
WWFE.
Yeah, the FE. Yeah, so doing a job, they do a good podcast there.
PTFE.
I'll give them a tweet out. I'll give them a shout out. But I watch a lot of the wrestling. I love it. But the thing is that I think I like it more because it's the nostalgia element that I used to love it when I was a kid. And then I kind of stopped watching it for years. And now I'm like, I've got time to watch it now. I'm going to watch it.
Hang on, you got time to watch this wrestling crap, but you haven't got time to record. What?
Yeah, because I can watch the wrestling crap when I'm at home. Do you know what I mean? I haven't got to like, do anything. I just put it on. And
We
be like,
can
I'm
record
watching
at yours. Well, wrestling's on the telly. Yeah, I mean, we're watching Dark Knight now.
It's fucking always on Dark Night every time you come
Yeah.
round here, by the sounds of it.
It's brilliant.
What's going on in the Dark Knight right now? Do a little old movie con talk.
Oh god! Well, the joke is just actually pinning down Batman, and Gordon's just come in to save him.
So we're at that part of the
We're
movie.
at that part of the movie, right near the end.
They've just it's halfway through. They've just saved Two-Face.
You got Arthur Dent. It
Arthur
said,
Dent?
I am Arthur Dent.
Harvey Dent.
That's the one.
Who's Arthur Dent?
I don't know. Arthur's his
It's
sidekick.
it's like the London version of Batman.
He's
Or
his younger brother.
Arthur Dent.
He's his younger brother.
But yeah, so wrestling, it's got the nostalgia element to it, right? That I liked when I used to watch it when I was a kid. I used to watch it when there was people like Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior.
Oh blimey! I started watching it when it was Hulk Hogan, but then I stopped for a bit. I've been on and off on as far as that, as far as the wrestling stuff goes, and then there was a few others. Lex Luthor, I think was
No. Lex Luger.
Luger. That was it.
Lex Luthor's Superman's enemy.
See, it's been quite a while, and that was what I was getting at because I knew you'd actually get it. He was a good guy, wasn't he? Though.
He was, yeah, the all-American hero, I think they called him, Lex Luger.
Yeah. And
See, I'm just going to make it quick. If anybody's listening to this right now thinking that we are a wrestling podcast, we're not a wrestling podcast.
No.
We are very far from it. I'm a fan, but I'm not a wrestling geek. I don't know everything about it. I watch it, but I couldn't tell you the ins and outs of everything. And do you know what I mean? And Ash,
The Rock was after my time.
Yeah,
I just knew that he became an actor, sort of actor, after. What's his name? Dwayne Dibley or something?
Dwayne Johnson.
That's it.
Dwayne Dibley's the guy. Is the cat from Red
He's a
Dwarf.
guy from Red Dwarf. Yeah. I knew it's Dwayne something, but Dibley sprung to mind.
But yeah, I just love the whole wrestling stuff. Like Hulk Hogan still appears in it now every now and again. Ric Flair, remember Ric Flair? Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Oh, blimey.
His daughter Charlotte, she actually like was a women's champion for a while, and he used to come out with her and that, and they used to she used to cheat to get her to win matches. I'm like, this is amazing. I'm watching people I used to watch and watching their kids now wrestle. That's mental.
That shows how old you are, you old git.
I'm not that
bloody,
old.
I'm older than him.
You are a lot older than me. You are
I'm
bastard.
not a lot older.
65.
Yeah, that sounds good for 65, doesn't it?
But I love it. I'm a
Look
massive
even
wrestling fan. I've always wanted to do a wrestling podcast, but I'd have to get someone in who is like the geek.
The same as you.
Well, yeah, someone on the same level playing field. Otherwise, it wouldn't work. Do you know what I mean? But I listen to these wrestling podcasts. I was like, I could geek. I love geeking. I mean, I talk about movies and TV shows like they're real, but they're not. But you geek out about them so much.
Really?
When you
I
talk
thought anything you watch on telly is actually happens in real life.
any moving image.
Anything you see, anything you read on the internet, it actually happens in real life. That's it. It's true.
You say that, but there's people out there that will believe that statement right now and be like, I heard it on a podcast, so it must be true.
You go for it. Anything I say is true.
The Church of Ash.
Yes. So, if you want to know the truth, send me some cash.
Send some cash to Ash.
Ash cash.
Ash cash. That'd be your advert. It's like, those people that send gold for money and stuff like that. It's like, send some cash to Ash.
Yeah, cash in your paycheck
Ash cash.
to me, and I'll take half of it
Ash
and
cash.
give you some stuff.
Ash cash.
Ash cash.
But yeah, so wrestling, I love it. I mean, I go back and watch it all the time. I watch it's on Sky Sports all the time now.
Oh, it's good entertainment.
Every week. I think it's fun. But yeah, the whole fake, when people say it's fake, and I'll just say that, it's annoying a little bit. I don't know why I get a little defensive. It's not fake. It's not like it's scripted. When they're in that ring, they are actually jumping off stuff and landing on each other. They're not hurting each other to the degree where you think, oh, that would really fucking hurt. When they get a punch, it's like choreographed.
It's acrobatic. It's stuntman style.
It's athletic.
It's safe, athletic. They are actually athletes. Yeah, I'm not gonna deny that side of it, but it's not like you can't compare it to UFC, which is actual brutal fighting.
Yeah. And I don't like watching that.
You're never going to get a cut eye. You're never going to see blood in the wrestling.
They used to do blood, like it wasn't fake blood. They used to cut themselves, like
there'd be.
But they banned that now with wrestling because they don't want it because it was getting a bit adult. Like I remember back in the day, like wrestling, like you say, they say it's for kids, right? And it's such a weird statement to say it's for kids when it's not. It was like, oh, it's for kids, and you think I've watched a wrestling match where someone got fucking like completely walked out with a face full of blood. I don't want my kid watching that. So they kind of turned it back round, and it was like, okay, well, maybe let's not.
But I mean, we used to mess around at school with it and stuff. But you would pull the punch, and you'd stamp your foot on the floor when you went to hit someone.
That's it, yeah.
And then they'd dive over a desk or something like that,
yeah.
and you'd sort of reenact some of that kind of stuff. But you'd be doing it their style. You knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah,
with making a noise and thumping, and the other person's throwing themselves backwards.
It's a show.
That.
It's a theatre show. It's a stage show. But yeah. So stop going on at people, right? Let me watch wrestling. Leave me alone.
Yeah, do what you want. It's fun.
Fucking
it's
hell.
entertaining.
I like it. Leave me alone. I like it, right? It's good, though. Check it out.
Yeah.
You got Sky. Watch it.
Yeah.
Just give it a watch. I don't know. There you go. Actually, just give it a watch one night. When it's on like a Monday night or a Tuesday night. One of the nights.
I'll record it and watch it when I feel like it.
Yeah, just have a watch and be like, oh, yeah. This was quite fun. Yeah. The thing is, what I'm finding out of it, before we end, is that the problem is, I'm watching it, but I can see how repetitive it can be. There's only so much they can do with storylines and characters, and you just think, well, that character's now boring. The Undertaker is still wrestling.
Really? He's got to be in
still
his 60s
there.
now.
Doesn't wrestle that much, but he still comes back every now and again.
Does he have John Paul?
No, he died.
Bearer,
He
whatever.
died. No, he died. He actually died in real life. It wasn't like a story. He actually
Have
died.
they got someone that they put the makeup on and looks like him and he comes in
Undertaker just comes out and does his own thing. But there's wrestlers there that have been there for fucking donkey shit. And they're still there and you think, that's when I know it's not, I know it's scripted because there's no way that guy could beat that guy up. Because
he might be big, but he's old and lumbering.
That guy's 29 and that guy is fast. And this guy is like nearly like 52.
He 50 something.
And he's like, that ain't happening. Anyway, so WWE, WWF, wrestling. Did you watch it as a kid? Did you watch it? And do you watch it now? Let us know. Give us a tweet at Barker Podcast or at Not Listening Pod. You can find us on the Instagram.
We'll just call him a
Facebook.
twat for watching it still.
Yeah, you can. You can take a piss out of me. I don't care. I'm used to it now. Just let me be. Anyway, we'll be back next week. Maybe Will might come back. Who knows? Who knows? I've stopped actually caring if he's here or not. Did you hear that, Will? You heard that. I didn't mean it, please. Come back.
I didn't mean it.
See you next week, everybody. Bye.
Smackdown.